Hello, my name is Lee Duke. Thank you for joining me. I'm here off the Tennessee River doing some bank fishing. It is a beautiful day, blue skies, calm water, and you can see I'm not sweating. So you know this is just the perfect kind of weather to be in. And where I am fishing at is called Arrowhead Landing. And I've heard wonderful things about this place in North Alabama. I mean, all different wonderful fish. Channel cat, blues, flatheads, panfish, bass. And when I was just looking this way, I seen my rod twitch. Let me go ahead and check this out real quick, see what might be on here. Well, it seems like we do have some. All right. Looks like we got a little bit of a bluegill here. Let me go ahead, grab my pliers, and go ahead and get this hook out of the sky. As you see here, we got a little bluegill off of a night crawler. I'm gonna go ahead and get him back into this water. I don't like keeping him out longer than I have to. My other two rods I got set up have skipjack and night crawlers. I'm gonna try to do some catfishing also. And I'm always open to suggestions on fishing spots. If y'all have any good places to fish in northern Alabama, please leave them in the comments and I will check them out. And I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Even though I got that little panfish, that bluegill right there, I don't like staying no more than 10-15 minutes in one spot if I'm not getting really good bites. I'm going to step out of view and I'll be right back. All right, I got my timer for 15 minutes. Now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and rebait this hook and cast it back out. And like on my channel, we will be going over kayak fishing in different bodies of water, backwaters, river, and some lakes. Also, as you can see here, we do some bank fishing and we will be doing some night fishing later on. And what we like to do is always have some laid back fun. We don't try to make my channel serious. Even like that bluegill I caught, tons of fun. And like my great granddad always told me, there ain't nothing more of a thrill than having a fish, no matter what size, at the end of your line. Now, some of my gear that I got here, I do a little bit more simple fishing. I don't try to go beyond the budget that most people do. I'm just a laid back country boy. And like right here, the one I caught my bluegill on, it's just a small ugly stick GX2, and all that has on it is 15-pound mono line. And all I was using was a small hook with 2 little sinker weights on it. Now this one here, I got rigged up with a catfish hook. It's a 5/0 with some skipjack and a 3-ounce sinker on a sinker slide. Now this ugly stick camo rod right here, I have it set up as a Santee rig with 2 7/0 hooks, one with skipjack and one with night crawler, with a 3-ounce cannonball seeker with a slider. Now, I was just wondering if y'all have any other baits that you have found very successful bank fishing around this time of year, which is late September going into October. I would love to hear some suggestions of some baits, cut bait, or personal made bait of yourselves. Also, I like to hear some of the lures that you're using for bass fishing. I mean, it's getting around that time of year when bass are coming from deep in the water, pushing all the bait fish up shallow into these back creeks. And I just want to see what baits you suggest for me to use where I can land me a good sized bass. Now, I'm gonna step out of the sun and get back in the shade, and I'm gonna see if we get any action on any of these rods. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I got my timer set. And when I was back here setting that timer, this rod kind of twitched a little, this little ugly stick. So I'm going to kind of reel it in a bit. Alright. Well, that's my timer for 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and get this. Now, we had a little bit of bite, my timer went off, and about 10-15 minutes we only caught one bluegill. There ain't much action at this spot at this moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another location, and I'll see you when I get there. Just got to my second spot, got my camera set up, got my lines rebaited and out. Now where I'm fishing on my second spot is off of the main river. It's coming down this channel right here. A little more shallow water, a little more dirty. I'm still using the same bait, skipjack, night crawlers as I did before. The other spot we caught a small bluegill. Small, but it's a fish. And here we're going to try. It's kind of warmed up a little bit, a little more sunny in this spot, so I'm not too sure if we're going to catch anything, but we're sure going to try. And like I said before, you know, tune into my channel. We're going to go through some wonderful spots fishing, some backwaters, some areas with maybe a couple waterfalls if we can find them. I know of a couple spots, and they'd be in my future channels, you know, videos. But like I said, it's warmed up. The bite has slowed down. I've been here for about 5 minutes already. I'm going to go set me a timer for 10 minutes, and I'll be back. Alright, got my timer set for 10 minutes. Like I said, it's heated up quite a bit from my first spot to this spot. So the fish probably going to look for some shade, maybe some deeper water. But what drew me to this spot was how this channel comes off that river. Maybe I have a chance that some of them bigger fish are starting to push them small bait fish up through here, and I can get a shot at one of them bigger fish. Now, one thing I'm new at, and I do need some suggestions on, is kayak fishing. I ordered me a kayak. It is a Wilderness Recon 120 in the color Midnight. Now it's going to be just stock as all get out. I would like for y'all to leave some comments on if y'all kayak fishing. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words, you know, but hey, it's hot. Some modifications you've done to a kayak that will help me to be able to locate fish, make it more sturdy, stable for me to stand up in, move around on, and not to weigh it down to the point where I'm pulling 150 pounds plus across surface that's unlevel like this terrain right here. And some other suggestions I would like to hear is what kind of rod, reels, lines, hooks, weights that y'all use, because I'm always open to learn and also to show and test these products and their reliability. And like I said before, here in North Alabama, we do all kind of fishing. I am just on the go all over this state, looking, searching, and fishing these new areas. And Arrowhead Landing has been a great spot. I've seen several people kayaking, bass fishing, bicycling, and it is such a clean area. You can tell people been here fishing, but yet they take care of where they are at. And that's one thing that I love, is someone that picks up after themselves and takes care of the environment for the next generation to be able to enjoy fishing in North Alabama. And also, I'm looking forward to expanding where I'm fishing up into Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia. And if y'all are from them areas, give me some suggestions of some good areas to fish at. Now this line kind of just went a little slack on this little middle rod right here. Let me see what I might have. Well, I think I might have landed that one a little too hard. Gave it a little too much oomph on that. Let me go ahead and get this hook out of this little guy. Well, this guy swallowed this one pretty good. Come on, guy. Let me get that up out here. There we go. Got another little bluegill right here, small guy. I think I put a little too much oomph on him when I set that hook. Now, that fish right there is probably going to tell all his granddaddies and grandmas that some bell monster looking thing jerked me up out of the water when I was eating and had me in his hands and used his pliers to pull this thing up out of my throat. But you know, that fish came at me like a little rocket when I pulled that thing. Felt sorry, didn't mean to do that. But sometimes when you feel a little tug, you get so excited and you just want to set that hook and pray that it's a monster. But in this case, the only monster was me that little fish saw. I released him, he swam off. I'm happy when I see a good release like that and they're able to get a little bigger, reproduce, and have a little more chance of catching one of their bigger relatives later on. And I've been here good now, going on probably close to 10 minutes. And like I said, we just got another little bluegill. Nothing that I'm looking for here. I'm looking for a bigger fish. But you know, I think I'm going to call it a day. And again, thank you for joining me. My name is Lee Duke, and I will be posting more videos of different locations in Alabama, different baits I'll be using, different tactics. And again, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel where you'll be able to see some more of my unique fishing ways and to be able to get some knowledge and some feedback from y'all to help me grow my channel, get more knowledge about techniques of fishing, and to be able to always stay in love with this wonderful hobby. And I'm gonna let y'all go, and remember, despite how bad it is that you might have been skunked for weeks, just remember, fish on.